right now so that Linda and other people can watch it.
Mm.
And it
Good
is
idea.
officially 3 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Beep, 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 beep. And we are now starting the meeting. So welcome to everybody from all around the world. Well, at least
Yeah.
some parts of the world. And we're going to play some games. But also, I had an email from Josie. She was talking about an online class that she ran earlier or late last week, and how that didn't go perfectly to plan. So
No.
I think after we played a couple of games and we've warmed up, we could have a chat about running Zoom activities and see if we
Yeah.
could help her think of some ways to improve that situation.
Yeah. I don't think there will be another time because it's not my group of kids. It was just me trying it out with them, and it didn't really work.
But that's, I mean, that sort of thing is quite interesting because
Yeah.
it does mean that you can think, why doesn't it work? Why didn't it
Yeah.
work?
Exactly.
And then let's see what we can learn about that and what
Right.
strategies we can come up with that we could
Yeah.
use in the future.
Yeah.
So we'll come back to that.
Mm.
But I'm going to share the screen again, and let me just go back to that web page. Yeah. So we're going to play, and all these games at the moment are on the website, my website, nearly all of them. And I'm just going to, let me see if I can, how do you get the chat window when you are sharing your screen?
I'm
You
not
do
sure if
it
you
by,
can.
I've found it now. Yeah, I found it. So I'm just
Okay.
sending you the link to this page so that if
Yeah.
you want to have a look at the Padlet page with these games on, you can have that link, and then afterwards you could visit the link and check out any games that you want to. So we're going to start off with Guess the Leader. And this is a game that when you play it in a space, it's kind of quite obvious because one person goes out of the room
Yeah.
and then somebody starts a movement and the detective comes back in and tries to guess who is leading the movement. But the way we're going to do it is to secretly write the name of one student in big letters, and that student is going to be the leader. And there's going to be another person who's going to be the detective. So we're back on the main screen, and it's going to be rather difficult, if not impossible, with a group of 4, but we're going to see what happens. So, Josie, I would like you to be the detective.
Okay. I turn away.
um,
Turn
and
away.
you're going to turn your back right now, and then I'm going to write the name of one person on this piece of paper and
I'm
hold
actually going to get some tea,
some
so I
tea.
should be away. And
Okay,
then
good. I'll
you can
wait till
call
you've
me and
got.
I'll come back. Okay?
Right.
Okay.
Can you all read that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. I don't know how this is going to work, but basically, the person whose name I just showed is going to start off a movement. So it could be that kind of movement. In fact, we could, if you're are you able to get a bit of space in between you and the computer?
Yes.
Yeah. So then you could we could stand up. I'm just trying to see if I can do it without knocking things over. So we could actually be standing up to play the game. So what we could do is we could start the game while Josie is away, and then when she comes back, we'll already be into it. So let's do it as a trial to see how easy it is. And the idea, when you do it in the space, the leader has to try and change the movement every now and again without being spotted. On Zoom, I don't think that'll be so easy. But right, we can start now. And Josie, you can look now
I can do it.
because we've
Okay.
already chosen. Right.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no. Turn around again because we should start moving first. Okay.
Okay.
Josie, turn round.
David.
No.
It's the lag,
Two
isn't it?
guesses.
Jenny.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Normally you get 3 guesses, but that doesn't work here because it means you
No.
basically guess everybody one after the other. Okay, so I think we should all have a go at being the detective so we can see
Okay.
how well it works. So Jenny, can you be the detective this time?
Yep.
And I'll write somebody else's name down here.
The lag makes it hard to find out, actually.
Pardon?
The lag makes it
Yeah,
tricky.
yeah, that's what I'm interested in. Okay.
Oh, that's
Look,
funny.
yeah, Jenny.
Okay.
You'll read that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the person who is the leader, can they start the movement, please? And the others are going to copy. And Jenny, can you turn round now, please?
Is it David?
Yes, I'm afraid it was David. Was it that obvious?
You were
When
too
you
fast.
change movement, yes.
Yeah,
We're
when
too
you change the movement, it kind of gives it away. But
Yeah.
you managed to change the movement without being spotted, Jenny, actually. So
Yeah.
I was trying to get away with it, but I didn't manage. Okay, we're going to have everybody have a go as detective. So can we now have Yan Zhao? Can you be
Yes.
the detective, please?
Okay. So I turn around, right? Come
Yeah,
back.
Yep.
yeah, turn around. There's not many people left.
Well, you're still left. Okay.
Okay,
Right.
yep.
Right, okay then. So can the leader start the movement? And then I'll tell you when to turn around. Okay, Yan Zhao, you can turn around now.
Yes. All right. Is that Josie?
Now,
No.
Jenny?
Yeah, it was Jenny again. I did it as a trick because I thought that would be less obvious.
good
So,
job.
I would like to have a go at being the detective.
Yes.
So can
Okay.
somebody else organize it while I turn
I
my
will.
back?
I will. Okay.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Mhm.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. 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 Stop, please. You can turn around, Mr. David.
Yan Zhao, I believe you are the
Yes.
leader.
Wow. It is
Too
so
fast.
obvious.
No, it's too fast. A little bit too fast.
Well, Jenny wasn't in position, so I knew it wasn't her because she was still getting up. So you have to wait until everybody's doing it before you ask the person.
Ah,
around.
okay.
But she wasn't quite in position, so that eliminated her. But then the lag does make it kind of easy.
Yeah.
Yes. And the thing is, if you are playing it in a space, what tends to happen is the way I play it is to make a circle and the
Yeah.
detective goes in the middle.
Yeah.
And what's good about that is that if they turn their back on the person who is the leader can then change the movement
Yes.
while they're not being looked at. but on Zoom, there is nowhere to hide,
No.
it has to be said. So, yeah, what do you think about that game? Do you think it's worth doing?
I think again, it actually depends on the group, and I thought that was something I really learned last Wednesday.
Yeah,
That it just depends on the group, because some games work great with some groups and they don't with others.
yeah,
Anyway, we'll talk about that later.
yeah. All right, well, let's play one more game now, and that is going to be called Greetings, Your Majesty, and it's
Oh, yeah.
kind of a little bit similar to what we've just done, in that one person is going to turn their back, and then one of the other people is chosen to say the sentence, Greetings, Your Majesty, but they have to disguise their voice.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
the person actually keeps their, they keep their back turned,
Yeah,
and they have 3 guesses, but we're going to have 2 guesses today.
of course.
Okay. So Yan Zhao, could you be the person who turns your back, please?
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm going to use the piece of paper thing again, and I'll just write down the name. So now I'm trying to think how, it's a long time since I played this, but I think you just say it once. Okay, so Josie, you're, oh, sorry, I just said who the leader was. So I'm going to change it. I'm going to shuffle the pieces of paper, and this is the leader.
Okay.
So I'm going to count to 5, and then I want the person to say, Greetings, Your Majesty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Yan Zhao, you can say someone's name.
Josie?
Right, so you can turn round. Well
That's
done.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Wasn't that obvious?
Now, Yan Zhao, was it really easy to guess?
To be honest, not. It's not that easy, but I've got used to how Josie pretends to be someone else. So that's what I got through.
Because we've been having our Zoom meetings, you see.
Yes, yes.
Ah, right, okay. You've had
We're
me.
getting to know each other.
Yeah, great.
Good
Okay,
job.
so Josie, you can play the game now. You can be the one who turns round.
Okay.
Okay, we have chosen who it's going to be. So I'm going to count to 5, and then that person is going to say, Greetings, Your Majesty, in a disguised voice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Oh God, that's not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. Let me see. David?
Yep.
It wasn't easy, actually. It was pretty good.
Okay. So I think now, Jenny, you can be the detective.
Okay.
Right. Hope you can read my bad writing. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Your Majesty.
Is it Young Chow?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well done. All right.
Better with more people, isn't it, really?
You do need more people, but I'd like to have a go, please, just so I can experience.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
So,
Sure.
I'm gonna turn around.
Okay. Yanta, how about you choose somebody?
Okay, so
Okay. Greetings, Your Majesty.
Jenny.
No. Poor. Yes.
Okay. I guess we all know each other's voices now.
Yeah. Jenny, you've got such a lovely accent, but it's so obvious.
Well, it wasn't actually. It wasn't that obvious, but
Wasn't that
all
obvious?
the
Okay.
quality of her voice that I recognised. Actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. You get to know each other's voice really well, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, when you play that with a load of kids, it's obviously harder for them to guess because
Yeah.
there's more people.
yeah.
And you can do variations. For example, you could choose 3 people to say it, and actually that might be, if you've got a large group, that might be better because more people get to have a go. And
Yes.
if it's one person, it's kind of easy to remember. But if 3 different people take it in turns to say "Greetings, Your Majesty,"
Oh, that's
it really
hard.
makes it quite hard. Yeah.
Yes. So for the older ones, you do that.
Maybe, and younger ones, yeah. I mean, not too young, but
Yeah.
younger ones, I'd probably have 2 different children doing it, and that would be
Yeah.
all right. But I think they might struggle with more than that.
But they have
So-
really good memories. Often
No.
you could be you'd be surprised. Yeah.
There was another game that. Have you heard of the game called Thumbs Up? Because that game, Greetings, Your Majesty, when I was a teacher, which was a long, long time ago, a primary school teacher, it was the kids who taught me that game, Greetings, Your Majesty. And they also taught me the game called Thumbs Up.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that in the last sort of email you sent out.
Everybody all the kids sat on the floor and they put their thumbs up like this and their head down. And then somebody walked around the room. One child was chosen to walk around. I can't remember exactly how it went, but then they had to squeeze someone's thumb. Oh no, I can't remember the rules.
Didn't you send out an email with that one?
No, I've only just thought of that one, which is why I can't remember the rules properly. But it'll probably be on the internet somewhere. So has nobody ever heard of that game?
Yeah, I used to
I can't remember.
play it in primary school. It was, if we finished early, we would always play it heads down, thumbs up.
So tell me how to play it, please.
Hang on. So you all have your heads down and you put your thumbs up, and then someone's chosen to walk around and pinches your thumbs, and you have to try and work out who it might be by their footsteps, because you've all got your eyes shut. That's how we played it anyway.
That is it. And do they squeeze everybody's thumb?
They squeeze as many as they can until you work out who it might be that's walking
So
around
as
the
soon
room.
as you have your thumb squeezed, you can say a name, can you?
You can guess, yeah. There can be 3 guesses that the whole class can make.
Yeah.
As to who it might be.
Okay. Anyway, that's a fairly daft game, but it was quite enjoyed by young kids.
Yes.
So shall we now talk about Josie's experience last Friday and tell us what happened?
It's actually, was it Friday? No, it wasn't Friday. It was
Or when it was last
Wednesday.
week. Wednesday.
Okay, so let me see if I can actually share the thing with you. Wait. If you make me co-host, I might be able to share it with you.
Yep, you are now.
Okay. All right. So what did I do? English. Oh, it's the wrong thing. Sorry about that. English. I just have to look. Sorry. Ah. English. Oh, that's annoying. I hear English. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll share my screen. Okay. So I had this thing, this PowerPoint, and we're going to do some drama games. And we did, I tried both of these, Throw Your Face, and they were not into it at all. It was just weird. I mean, you know, I could not work out why they weren't into it. I didn't stick with it for too long. I just got a few kids to try it. And then I noticed that some of them were just being really half-hearted about it, you know, throw a face like this.
Mm.
I thought, oh, come on, you know. And so I tried to egg them on. I was like, oh, well, could you exaggerate it a bit? Could you do a bit more? Stick your tongue out a bit more? And then, nah, they just wouldn't do it. And then I tried to stop, go, clap face. That wasn't too bad. They did that okay. And strike 10, they were fine with. 10-second objects I didn't bother with because I thought, oh, this is not going to work at all. If they don't even want to throw a face, then they're not going to do that. And anyway, we did some. This is the story that we were doing. They couldn't even really mimic the expressions of the people. They were okay. Some of them were quite good, but most of them were just, as I said, they were just like lame ducks. And the teachers who were there, Gav was there too, my husband, and the other teachers afterwards, they talked to Gav and they said, well, they are doing Zoom all day long and maybe they're just Zoom tired. I don't know if that's just an excuse, but I thought, well, maybe, you know, the kids in China can't go to Hong Kong. I think from next week they can, apparently, and they don't have to isolate for 2 weeks, but coming back to, they have to live in Hong Kong, have somewhere to stay in Hong Kong. Otherwise, if they go back to China, they have to isolate for 2 weeks. So anyway, they're a bit sick of it, I guess.
So these kids, are they living in Hong Kong? And are they from Hong Kong?
Some of them, yeah, you see, Gav has a situation where he has some students who are in Hong Kong. And at the same time, not this particular session, but at the same time, he needs to do Zoom with some kids who listen into the lesson. And so it's really quite a demanding setting, I think.
Yeah.
But this in particular was not like that. They were all on Zoom. So I really couldn't tell who was in China and who wasn't.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And I think to be fair, I think the kids who were in China, they were really Zoom tired because they do everything on Zoom. You know, they have all their lessons on Zoom. And teachers don't really know how to engage the children. So I thought I'd come up with this wonderful idea of doing these things, and then it doesn't work. So it was really, really embarrassing.
Well, I've got the questions I would ask first of all are, what age were they?
Between 11 and 16. So there was huge age gap. The older ones were fine. The middle ones were not. The ones in S2 were not. And S3, they were just not joining in.
How old are S2 and S3?
Well, they go to secondary school sort of like 11 to 12. Yeah, so they're like 12, basically. 12 maybe
So
they start.
though S2 and S3 are in the worst stage of puberty.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
they're at the stage where they don't like to look stupid in front of their friends.
Yes, this is what I said to Gab.
And I
is that
think
maybe
that's,
that
you
was
know, I
what.
think
Yeah,
so. Asking them to make faces was
was not a
probably
good
not
idea.
an easy
No.
thing for them to do. They wouldn't really want to look stupid.
Yeah.
I would say that's one issue. Another issue,
Also, they.
another question is, how often have they ever done drama before, or is it a new thing?
I think for many of them it was new, and also they didn't know me, so it was
Yeah.
probably a mistake to do it. Yes, because the kids that I teach Shakespeare to are fine with it.
Mm.
They're quite happy to do it, you
Mm.
know. But they know me, and they've been in primary school with me, so they know me quite well. So no problems there. But I think so. That's something to really keep in mind. That yeah, if the kids are not Jan and I are going to do a Zoom thing, and the kids are not used to drama. So it's something we really need to keep in mind. Don't ask them to throw a face because they won't do it. Actually, your kids might be fine, but
yeah, I mean, the thing is that it is quite a big ask, because
yeah,
to do it on Zoom as well with a teacher that they don't know. I think,
yeah,
you know, so
yeah.
what you've got to do, I mean, it's easy for me to say because I'm not the one that's doing it, but I suppose you've got to engage their interest from the very beginning.
Yes,
So
yeah,
I would suggest that you actually start with a story or something that engages them
yeah. I should
and
have done
you know,
that.
hooks them in
Yes,
before you even bring in drama. You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. You're absolutely
get,
right.
get something that, you know, they think, oh well, that's interesting. Maybe it's, for example, Sherlock Holmes is investigating a murder or something, you know, and it
Yeah,
kind of raises a number of questions that you could then explore through
yeah,
drama. So then
yeah,
they could do things like, right, you know, I don't know, they could think of some clues, they could draw some clues that might be found, and then once they've drawn a clue, you could then bring in the idea of 10-second objects that they make the shape of the clue.
yeah, yeah.
And maybe I'm making this all up, but I think it might be quite good. So you could then be Sherlock Holmes, and you could have a silly hat or a kite.
A
Or
Holmes
you could
hat.
be a fictional detective. It doesn't have to be Sherlock Holmes. Okay, so then you could say that Sherlock Holmes is looking for clues, and he's got to try and work out what the clues are. So then kind of bring it into that context. So if somebody does that, and Sherlock says, right, well, it's maybe it's something round. I'm not sure. Is it human? No. So he could ask some questions, maybe. I don't know. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
Kind of tie in the drama to the story
yeah,
from the beginning.
yeah. In fact, what I did with my Shakespeare class yesterday afternoon that worked really well. I mean, they're great kids anyway. But what I did yesterday was because I'm doing Merchant of Venice, I thought last minute I thought, okay, why don't I write down some absolutely outrageous statements, and then I'm going to ask them to do thumbs up, thumbs down, or not sure.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked really well. I mean, they were like, one of them said, "Oh no, I want to change my mind. No, that was wrong. I shouldn't have said that." And they were really animated by it. And they were really outrageous statements deliberately. So that might be something one could do, you know, just make statements. You do you do a story, and you make the statements related to the story, which is what I did.
So I think, you know, if you looking at this from the outside, you've got to start from where the kids are. So if the kids have never done drama before, how can you get them involved, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Any other thoughts from other people about that? Jenny?
Also, maybe if you'd never met them before, some getting to know you type exercises
Yeah.
might have been, like alliteration names where you have to
Their
say.
English is very poor though, so you've got to be you've got to be careful with things like that. But in fact, what could have worked was the adjective game, the adverb game. That would have worked, I think. So if I had another go with them, that's probably what I would do. Strike 10 worked because, as you say, that was sort of about getting to know each other.
Yeah, I mean, another thing that I always do that always breaks the ice is to do something really simple, which is the circle and cross game.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I do that virtually every workshop I start with. I do that because it's something that's easy to do. They're all doing that and they all think, oh, this is easy. And then you get them to do a cross and then you get them to try and
it's not easy. Yeah.
And
brings the giggles.
You know, so yeah, to get them to laugh.
Two truths and a lie is always good as well on maybe one of the first workshops to find out more about them.
Yeah. Okay, so you tell two things that are true about you and one thing that is a lie, right? Okay. And other people have to guess which one is the lie?
Yeah.
So do you get them to write 3 things down?
Well, when we do it, we just give them about 5 minutes to have a think about it, and then because if they're obviously friends at school, then they might know more about each other than the teachers do as well. So we try and think of things that other people might not know about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds good. Talking of 3 things, like, well, I was just thinking of another game that I read about this week, just to mention it, which I quite like the sound of. There's a game where you have to change 3 things about your appearance, and then your partner tries to guess what you've changed. So you play it in pairs normally, and you turn your back on each other, and then you do something, for example, change your hair if you've got hair, or change your glasses, or undo a button or something, you know, and then you turn around and you both have to try and guess what the other one changed.
What's different? Yes.
Difference.
Okay.
But the online version, which I read about, which is quite nice, is that everybody switches their cameras off for, say, 30 seconds, or they stick a post-it over their camera lens so that you can't see what they're doing. And the teacher times them. And in 30 seconds, what they have to do is change something about themselves, but they can also change something about the room that they're in.
Oh, okay.
And then they come back, and obviously you look at one at a time, and people try and guess what that person has changed.
You could change the background, virtual background.
So, but I mean, obviously you try and make it a bit subtle so that it's quite hard to guess. So that sounds quite good fun.
Yes. Okay. I was thinking about noughts and crosses actually the other day as well. Yeah. When I was rethinking what I should have done, but absolutely, it was a total mistake to do that with them because I didn't know them.
Well, not necessarily. You know, I've run hundreds of workshops in my life, and I've made loads of mistakes. You know, I think it just.
Well, that's how you learn, isn't it?
Things don't always work, and you have to kind of try things out, and then if you're working with a group again, you come back with something completely different and see how that goes.
Yeah, you don't carry on too long with the things that don't work.
Yeah. So anything else on that anybody wants to say? Because if not, I'd like to try out a brand new game called the GIF game.
Oh, yes.
Well, it's when I first joined a theatre company, the director of the theatre company had a motto, which I've always used ever since. And his motto was, if you see a good idea, nick it. Steal it. And I've always lived by that. And
Yeah.
I think it makes it quite funny, but actually, you know, that is how how humans progress. They progress by sharing and stealing ideas,
Copying.
making
Yes.
them their own and putting ideas together. So that's what I've done here. So
Okay.
I'll explain the original game, and some of you might already know it. So I learnt this game probably in about 1978 or something, which was quite a long time ago.
Okay.
And it's called the Essence game. And what happens is you're in a circle and the teacher calls out a theme, for example, football match. Okay. Oh, we've got Karen arriving. Karen Butler is arriving in our meeting halfway through.
Nice one.
Very nice. So I'll give her 10 seconds or so before I explain the rest of the game. Here she is. Hi, Karen. You're
Literally, I'm coming straight in from a class.
okay. Great.
From Meet to Zoom to come here.
Well, it's really great.
Wow.
Thanks for coming. And I was just explaining a new game, so I'm going to start now. So it's based on a game that I explained I learnt back in about 1978. So it's a really old drama game called the Essence game. And what happens is you give a theme and you're in a circle, and then people step into the circle and they have to be something related to that theme. So it's a little bit like my game of Imaginarium, if you know that game.
Yeah.
But the difference is they have to make a repeating action and sound. So the first person might come in and go, yay, goal! Yay, goal! And they just repeat that over and over. Then somebody else comes in and adds themselves into the picture. So someone else comes in and goes, that's a foul! That's a foul! You know, and gradually you build up a picture, and it's a bit like a machine. It's called the Essence machine. So you get about 7 or 8 people in, and then you shout freeze, and you get them to go again. And then you can do things like make the machine work in slow motion. So they're going, that's a foul. That's a foul. And then you get them to freeze again, and you do it at double speed. That's a foul. That's a foul. That's a foul. So it's quite funny. But I saw a game this week called the GIF game. And most of us probably know from the internet what a GIF is, because they've been around since the 90s now. But basically they are little images that are just like that game, because they just repeat. And quite often you'll see a little extract of a TV comedy program or something like that. And people, I don't know, doing something embarrassing or saying something funny, and it just repeats over and over, and people paste them up on Facebook and so on. So all I'm doing really is updating the game by changing the name of it to the GIF game, which I think is great, because young people will understand that much more easily. And it's almost like Essence machines were GIFs before GIFs were ever invented. So I thought we could try playing the GIF game, and I'm going to call out a theme, and I want everybody to become a GIF. All right. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to think about it, and then I'm going to say go, and I want you to start making your GIF, a repeating action of between 5 and 10 seconds or something like that. Okay, so the theme is a restaurant, and you've got 10 seconds to think about what you're going to be or who you might be in a restaurant, and then I'm going to say go. So if you need some space, can you make some space? Or if you don't need space, that's all right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Can I take your order, please?
Oh.
Can I take your order, please?
Oh no.
Can I take your order, please?
Oh no.
Can I take your order, please? Can I take your order, please?
And freeze.
Can I take your order?
So
Freeze.
spicy.
All right, good. And let's hear. I'm going to pick two people to go at the same time. Yan Xiao and Josie after 3. 1, 2, 3.
So
Oh
spicy.
no.
So
Oh
spicy.
no.
And
So
freeze.
spicy.
And the same two people, you're going to go again, but this time it's in slow motion. Off you go.
Oh no.
Spicy.
Oh no.
And freeze. All right, shall we give them a clap? That was very good. And I've never played it on Zoom before, but it really does look like a video, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So let's play it with the other two people, Karen and Jenny. So after 3, I want you to show me your gifts, please. 1, 2. Oh yeah, normal speed this time. 1, 2, 3.
Can I take your order, please? Can I take your order, please? Can I take your order, please?
Oh, that's really
Can I
good.
take your order,
So,
please?
and freeze. So what's nice about that is that even though they were chosen by random method, they actually fit together. So this is where I can explain a bit more about how the essence machine works, because you are meant to try and relate to each other. So what we're going to do is to do that one again, but we're going to start with Karen, okay? And then the waiter is going to respond to her. Is that what did you do again, Jenny?
Yep. That's right. I was calling the waiter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So Karen and then Jenny, but then you'll repeat it. So each time it will go Karen, Jenny, Karen, Jenny. So let's see how that looks. Off you go.
Waiter,
Can I take your order, please?
waiter,
Can I take your order, please?
waiter.
Okay,
Can I take
good,
your order,
good, good.
please?
Now,
Brilliant.
that does work very well. So Josie, what I would like you to do is to find a moment when you think you could add in your sound and action. Okay, so
Okay,
you
Ben.
two start again. Off you go. Same two.
Waiter,
Can I take your order, please?
Oh
waiter,
Can I take your order, please?
no. Oh no.
And Yan Zhao.
waiter,
Yes.
Can I take your order, please?
Oh
So spicy.
waiter,
Can I take your order, please?
no. Oh
So spicy.
Okay,
Waiter.
good, good, good. So that's the idea, and it's very random. It's very silly, and I suppose what's quite good about it is that you don't have to make much up. You know, you only have to say a few words, and yeah, I mean, the reason why I asked 2 of you at a time to show was that it was a bit of a cacophony when everybody was doing it at the same time. And I can imagine if you had 20 people or even 30, it would be crazy. So you would definitely have to spotlight people to hear what they were doing. So I'm thinking on my feet, but if you did work with a group that were confident and trusted enough to be in a breakout room, they could go away and choose their own theme, or you could secretly send them a theme by message and then give them 5 minutes or something to prepare a gift machine that they bring back and perform to the rest of the group. So, and then the rest of the group watches it and tries to guess what the location or the theme is. You see what I mean? So that's the gift game, the gift machine. Karen,
That's
what do you think of that?
Yeah, it's
I
good.
thought it was a lot of fun. I thought
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it's a great one. I just wish that Zoom or Google Meet, that everybody's pictures were in the same spot on because it'd be so much
Yeah.
fun to pass it around. But this randomization that the platforms do with where the pictures are gets in the way of that.
But what
Yeah.
was really fortuitous was that on my screen, you and Jenny were positioned in a really good way.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. But actually, if you do use Zoom, you can now drag people around the screen.
Oh, you
So
can.
I'm now
That's
dragging people
fantastic.
around to make a different arrangement.
Yeah, all the schools I've been using are using Google Meet, so I haven't
Yeah.
been able to use Zoom much.
But the thing is, even though I've dragged those pictures around, that hasn't made any difference to your view, has it?
No.
No. So I've now got a different view, but I don't know, it's a
What I
shame.
found was when I was doing the movement, what I found was not being able to look at the screen because I was so into my movement and doing
Yeah.
it, was that I felt like I was missing something there. So I wonder if there's a way that you could even like record it and then play it back immediately so everyone can sort of see the machine in motion. Does that make sense? I don't know if that's a
It does
possibility.
totally make sense. It's quite hard to do though.
Yeah.
You can do it because, or I don't know how you would do it. You'd have, I mean, yeah. Isn't anyone got an idea about how to do that?
Oh, if you spotlighted somebody, then it would be better because you could all see the two spotlighted people.
Mhm.
You could do that.
Yeah.
And then it would be obvious for everybody else as well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is when I'm in the moment and doing it, and I think I just needed to adjust my eyes. I could have certainly done it and kept looking at the screen.
Well, the other thing you can do is use your phone to take a video.
Right.
Take a video with your phone of the screen.
Right.
And then I guess you'd have to send it to people afterwards or something.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't be easy to show unless you could do something with mirroring, because I know that you can show an iPad on a computer screen and anyway, that's all technical stuff, but I have been recording this, so it does mean that you can watch that bit later on and see what it looked like. Can you think of some other good themes or environments that you could use for that game?
A bus stop, waiting for a bus.
Yeah.
On the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's lovely. Yeah. Shopping.
Yeah. At the airport. In Dr. Frankenstein's laboratory.
Yeah.
As soon as you put a story into it, it gets more interesting.
Yeah.
But even with shopping, if you said it was shopping on Christmas Eve,
Yeah,
and you all have gifts to get put a little more
Yeah.
conflict.
yeah, true.
And also it becomes a bit more secretive. So you could have add this secretive sort of.
Yeah. That's good. That takes me on to another game, actually. So we're going to have a game now of family portraits.
Oh, yes.
You know that game? So when you play it in a studio, basically you get people to do it in a group and you call out a name of a family. For example, you might say the Victorian family, and they have 5 seconds to get themselves into a freeze frame showing members of that family. So, it might have the father and the quiet mother or whatever it is. Very stereotyped, I know, but that's how it works. But that's an example. And then you can do things like the dinosaur family or the jelly gum baby family, or or the Olympic family, or the rock band family, and those tend to be quite funny.
I rather like the robbers.
Yeah, the robbers is a good one. Yeah, because they can all be stealing from each other. But the other important thing about it is that what you have to teach people. It's a very good game for teaching people to work as a group, because they have to be aware of what the others are doing in their group. So if one of them stands up and becomes the father, someone else should be the baby or the dog or the child, you know. So it does teach them that. So the way that I thought you could play this online is to start off by just getting everybody to play the game at once. So I'm going to give you all a family, and I want you to, you're going to have 3 seconds to make a member of this family. And I'm just going to look at my webpage so that I can steal some of my own ideas. Okay, so, all right. Yep. Right. The first family, after 3 seconds, I want you to show me a member of the family of jungle animals. 1, 2, 3, go. Fantastic. We've got at least 2 monkeys there, and something's a ferocious tiger or lion or jaguar or something, I think. Great, lovely. All right. And Josie, what were you?
Crocodile.
A crocodile, of course. You were a crocodile with the big jaws.
Never smile at the crocodile.
Okay, so this time I'm going to give you a family, but I'm also going to give you a member of the family. So the family is the royal family, but you've got to be the baby of the royal family in 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good, 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 good. All right, and you can relax. That looks great. I have a good time here because I get to see what everybody looks like, and you don't.
Well, later we can.
I'm going to do it again, and I'm just going to see if I can take a screenshot and send it to you this time. Right. So this time, you're going to be a child in the superheroes family. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh. Okay, well done. Now I'm going to see if I can send you a screenshot that I just took. This will be not right. Here we go. Chat, file, computer.
Putting it in the chat for you.
And desktop. It takes a while. Right, here we go. There we go. Should be arriving 5, 4, 3, 2.
There it is.
Right, can you have a look at it?
It's downloading.
Okay. Actually, I realized a much quicker way would be for me to just
share the screen.
Share the screen, open that image and share the screen with you. So let me just do that as well, because we're all learning here, well, especially me.
Yeah, no, I've found that it's really great for me to run through any new lesson plans with just a group of friends before I even go in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Grab the bugs.
Yeah. I'm going to see if this works to share my screen. Can you see that? Can you see anything?
No.
Nope.
Okay, let me just try again. Oh, I think I didn't share my screen properly. I didn't press the button.
There we go.
Right.
Yes.
That's great.
Right. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
Okay, good. Right. So that's right. Good. So it's possible to share a screenshot like that.
Great.
It does take a bit of practice. You're right, Karen. It's good to practice these things.
So how did you do that? How did you take the screenshot?
Okay, so if you are on a Mac,
Yeah.
press 3 buttons, and you need to write these down. They are the command, the shift, and the number 3.
Oh, it is a number 3. Okay.
Yeah.
I tried this. I tried it, but did the wrong number.
But you can also use Command Shift and the number 4, but that
you can.
enables you to then select a part of the screen.
Yes.
So if you want the whole screen, it's the number 3.
Command
But I
Shift.
don't know what
3.
Windows is. Windows might have a print screen button or something. It used to in the old days.
Yeah, it does, but I think you have to press something else as well.
Yeah,
got
probably Control or something like that.
I did it.
Right, we've got 4 minutes left. And what I would like to do is to try out a game that I've not played before. Well, I've played a version of it before called Why Are You Late? Or also called The Box Game. Okay. Somebody is going to be sent out into the waiting room and they are late for the lesson. They've got to wait there until we're ready, and we are going to think of a strange reason for them being late. And they won't know what it is, but they've got to come back into the room and tell, it's going to be me that is the boss. They've got to tell the boss why they were late, and everybody else has got to try and act out the reason, and they've got to try and guess. So for example, it could be, I was late because a monkey jumped down from the bus stop, stole my phone, and I had to run off, and then the monkey robbed a bank, or whatever it might be, you know. So we have to think of a daft story, and the person who was sent outside has to try and guess it. Okay, Jenny, you're going to be the person who tries to guess the story.
Okay.
Good luck. And I'm going to see if I can send you to the waiting room. This is not a punishment. Bye. Right, she's in the waiting room. So what story do you want to make up? A couple of things, 2 or 3 things, reasons why she was late.
Probably she had a big breakfast to finish before she stepped outside the apartment, and her mom forced her to finish everything. Otherwise, she was not gonna go away.
Wasn't allowed to leave.
Yeah.
So can we decide on different roles? Like one of us be the mother and one of us be the child in this, or should we all?
No, not really. You've got to try and somehow act it out. Without any kind of preparation. You could do it that way as well. That would be another way to do it, but we're going to do it the crazy way just to see if it works.
And then maybe we add on to it, like so she has to eat all her breakfast and she doesn't want to eat it.
Yeah.
And she comes onto the street, she needs to catch the bus, but the bus is full.
Yeah.
And then something else.
One more thing.
She throws up way too quickly.
Yeah. Okay, good. All right, that's it. So now the other thing is,
bus is a flat tire. Sorry.
What you should do when we call her back in is to mute yourselves so that you're not, so that she doesn't hear you if you accidentally say something.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to admit her now. Jenny, where on earth have you been?
I was eating my breakfast.
I see.
And then the bowl exploded.
Really? Are you quite sure about that?
I was definitely eating my breakfast.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I think you were.
Yep.
And then what happened then? Why did that make you late? And what happened then?
I was waiting for a bus.
Oh yes, of course. I see.
I think I was waiting for a bus.
Yeah. Well, why didn't you get on the bus?
Did the bus just drive away? I don't know. The bus was late. Was it late?
I see. Well, we'll move on from that. I'm not quite sure, but then what happened after that?
Then I was sick.
Oh, I see. Well,
Yeah.
look, don't let it happen again. Just go and sit down and get on with your work. All right. Thank you very much. All right. The others can unmute themselves now. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all, actually. So the story was that you were eating your breakfast, but your mum made you finish everything before you left. It was a great big breakfast, and you had to eat all of it. And then when you went outside, and this is the bit that was really hard to act, and you waited for the bus was full up.
Oh, okay.
But that, I guess if you were in a group, that would be easier because you could all get together and show that you were crowded together. But doing it on your own is quite difficult. And then you obviously guessed the last part correctly, the throwing up bit.
Nice one, Karen.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Any sort of thoughts on that game about how to make it better? Or
I thought it worked great. I loved it.
yeah, I thought it looked good.
Also, you can spotlight the people again who are doing it. If you have a few people doing it, you spotlight them, and then it's like that they're bigger. If you see what I mean. So you have like a bigger version of people.
So if you as
Does
the
that
director
work?
see someone who's really doing a particularly good job of it, you can spotlight them to help.
I just mean that it would be easier to see if you had like 4 big screens of people. You can see better what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't actually spotlight the person who's guessing, but the people who are acting.
Mm-hmm.
Just thinking, don't know.
Mm.
Because
So
then,
you wouldn't have everybody acting then?
well, if you have a big group, you can't, can you?
Well, if it's more than a screen full, you can't. That's true.
Yeah. So you could choose like, I mean, could you spotlight like 6 people? I don't know.
Can you repeat that? 'Cause
Without
it
not making any difference.
dropped out for a moment.
Oh, okay. Could you spotlight 6 people, or would that make no difference whatsoever to the size of their screen?
No, it should be, because you can get about 25. You can get 25 people on a one Zoom screen.
True. So if you had 5 people, or 5 people acting it and 1 person guessing it, so 6 altogether, you'd have 3 and 3, and you could just see the people who are acting it a bit better.
Yeah.
See more of them. Just
I think it's all. I think what you said there also is good, to have more than 1 person guessing.
Yeah, you could.
So
I
because
didn't
then
say that, but yeah,
they can help each other, and
Yeah.
probably quite hard for Jenny when she was completely stuck.
Yeah.
She didn't have anybody else to ask, for help.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. Has anybody played this game before in
No.
school or anywhere? Jenny?
No.
We used to play it as in the chocolate factory. So you were all working in a chocolate factory making something, and then someone was late, and you all had to mime why they were late.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And how did the chocolate factory thing come into it?
So you were all working in the chocolate factory, you all had a different job to do. So you would maybe go down the row and ask them first what their job was in the chocolate factory. And then if they changed their movement, then the boss might ask them what they were doing, what they were meant to be doing in the chocolate factory, and why they maybe changed their movement to help the person that was trying to guess what had happened.
That sounds really funny.
Why they were late. It's quite good. Yeah. The kids love it in the space as well, but I've not tried it online yet.
So the idea is that you're working in the factory and you mustn't let the boss see that you've stopped working.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. That adds another layer onto it, doesn't it? It's great.
So not why you're late, but why are you doing something different?
Yeah, they're trying to mime for the person why they're late. So
Mm.
it's a bit like you were doing, but
Oh.
they have like a job to do in the
Oh.
first place.
Yeah,
Ah, got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be harder to do online,
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's not as flexible.
Also, again, I think some of these games are quite hard to explain to English second language learners. You know,
Mm.
they don't really
Definitely.
get what you're talking about. So
No.
you have to try and explain something like that. It's really quite complicated. So yeah, I think with them it wouldn't work. You have to be really simple with them. Have really
What you
simple.
need is a video of people playing it.
Yeah, that's
That
a
would
good
work.
point. Yeah.
So if we could get some people to play it to show how it works.
Yes, that's very true.
You could even do it with your husband, Gav.
Yes.
So, you know, you could be the person who's late or the other way around. So one
Yeah.
of you is showing the reason and the other one is trying to guess why they were late. You know, you could just do it even with two people as a
Yeah.
demonstration, but it would be better with a group.
Yeah. I saw a video of it. Did you post that video on your thing, on your
Of this game?
yeah.
No,
Was it you
I
post?
haven't.
Oh, I saw one on Dramas, not Drama Zoomers, there's a different one. There's like lots of videos on that, and some girls were doing this, and it was really good. I'll try and find it again, and then
Yeah, I would say that
know.
would be the best way.
Mm.
I mean, the
Yeah.
thing is with these games, you have to judge according to language level which games
Yeah.
you play, and
Yeah.
then simplify them. Or Karen.
This
Oh.
is the middle of the day. I have to run off. This is the middle of the teaching day for me here in the
All
States.
right, then I
Great.
see your message now.
Thank
Well,
you.
we're going to finish now, but thanks a lot for popping in.
Thanks so much. This was a lot of fun.
Good.
Bye.
And
Bye.
I'll send out the
Yay.
dates for the next one as well.
Thank you.
All right, then. Bye, Karen. That was good. We had an extra instead of the normal Fantastic Four.
Oh, you're too kind.
Right then, well, it is time to end the meeting. So
Yeah.
we did quite a lot though, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
As
absolutely.
usual. And I'm glad you let me try things out on you as well. It's quite handy.
Well,
Go at doing
we have to see how they work as well, so it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Great.
Right, so the next meeting is on the 8th of December. I'm just double checking because I can't do the third week.
Okay.
So yeah, 8th of December will be the next one. And then the one after that will be the 19th of January, which is the third Tuesday of the month.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But I'm just starting rehearsals for a show that I toured last year, and we're working it
Nice.
to perform as a COVID-safe performance outdoors.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, you told me.
Yeah. Okay,
Nice.
then. Right. Thanks very much, everybody, for taking part.
No, thank you for
Thanks for this session. Thank you so much. Bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
See you all
Bye-bye.
soon. Look forward to it.
Bye.